Hi, you guys, welcome back. So, have you guys ever heard about a brownie transform into a delicious chocolatey 3-layer cake? Well, I have it here for you guys. If you guys want to learn how to make this, just keep on watching. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 325. And for the ingredients, we're going to start off with Dutch cocoa powder. You can use any brand of cocoa powder, it doesn't matter. I'm using a 78% dark chocolate. You don't have to. You can always do like a 50% or 60%. And then go ahead and just chop it, making sure that you get about half a cup. And yes, you guys, more chocolate. Make sure it's semi-sweet chocolate chips, pure vanilla extract, and softened room temperature unsalted butter, 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of mayonnaise. I know it's weird, but I promise you, you're gonna get a moist cake. So here we have 1.5 cup of flour, 1 cup of chocolate powder, 1 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, half a teaspoon baking powder, and 1 teaspoon salt. Go ahead and sift all your dry ingredients and just set it to the side until needed. For the liquid, we need 1.5 cups of milk, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of instant coffee. Go ahead and just blend together and also set it to the side. And here we have 1 cup of butter. We have our 3 eggs. We're going to add our 1 cup of sugar and half a cup of mayonnaise. So go ahead and just beat your butter. We're going to incorporate as much air as possible to get a nice fluffy texture. And then we're going to add our sugar to that. One at a time, start adding your eggs. Add your mayonnaise. And just start to blend it together. And slowly start to incorporate your dry ingredients with your milk. Do this about 2 to 3 sections each, just to make sure you don't overbeat your batter. And for the best part, time to add the chocolate. We're going to add 1 cup of chocolate chips and then half a cup of your dark chocolate. And just start to fold in the chocolate chips. And you guys, look how beautiful, smooth, and silky this batter is. It's a beautiful brownie and also a beautiful cake. A little bit of both. I honestly can't wait until you guys try this. It's so delicious. And here I'm using a round 8-inch glass baking dish. If you guys have a baking tin, use that instead. With the glass, it's a little tricky. You can always overcook or burn your cake if you're not careful. But this is all I have in hand, so this is what I have to use for now. So now I'm adding my cake to the oven. Might take about 40 minutes to cook. So remember, every oven is different. I will start checking the cake around 35 minutes into it. And here you go, guys. Look at this beautiful, delicious looking brownie / cake. Oh my gosh, so good. Once it's cooled down, go ahead and just flip it over. And can you guys see this? The chocolate has melted into the batter. It's a beautiful brownie, beautiful cake. Really moist, bouncy, really delicious. And for even more moist cake, we're going to do a simple syrup. Go ahead and heat up half a cup of water, add half a cup of sugar, and just blend it. We're not going to use it all. This is just the measurements that I got, but just lightly brush the top of your cake. And to this, we're going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of my favorite vanilla blend. This is the Mexican kind. I love using this one for like frostings or flans, just because it's not too strong. But if you don't have this vanilla, you can still use your vanilla extract. So it is a 3-layer cake, so I already pre-sliced my cake. So you're just going to start lightly brushing in your simple syrup to your cake. And now that we're done with the simple syrup, let's start doing the frosting. We need half a cup of chocolate powder, 2 cups and a half of powdered sugar, 6 tablespoons of milk, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and half a cup of butter. So we're going to start by whipping up the butter. And slowly you're going to start to incorporate your powders, like your sugar powder and your chocolate powder. Here I'm adding the first cup of powdered sugar. In goes the second cup of powdered sugar. To slowly start breaking down the dry texture of the frosting, add your 1 tablespoon of vanilla, your half a cup of chocolate powder, and goes the last half a cup of powdered sugar. If you want it more on the sweeter side, you can always add a little bit more. To me, this is perfect. Now adding the milk, start by adding 2 tablespoons of your milk. And just slowly start to incorporate your liquid to your frosting. Make sure you are mixing in between. I use a total of 6 tablespoons for my frosting, but if you feel that you need more or less, you can always add to that. So now your frosting is done. This is the perfect consistency that we're looking for. It's not too thick, it's not too runny. This is just perfect. I've added parchment paper on the side of the plate just to make it easy for cleanup. And as you see, it's time to build the cake. So just add enough frosting in between each layer. It does not have to be perfect. Just make sure you have enough frosting in between. And then just top it off with more frosting on the top. And also, if you want to go for like a rustic look, you can just top it off with frosting and leave it alone. It still looks beautiful. Either way, it's going to taste really good. But for me, I wanted to go a little extra into our cake, and I started adding into the walls. And just start spreading upwards. And then once you have your frosting, start moving towards the sides. And because my triple layer extra chocolatey cake doesn't have enough chocolate, I went and sprinkled some on top of the cake just for extra little decor. And this is just shavings from my chocolate bar that I use for the cake. And here you have it, you guys. This is my brownie transformed into a triple layer chocolate beautiful cake. And it's homemade. You cannot beat that. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video with me. If you guys make this cake, please let me know. I would like to hear your thoughts. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this with my nephew and my beautiful family. Thank you so much, and you guys stay safe.
He's doing it right now. No se la está haciendo. No se la dieron.